This video is for you if you've never really been able to feel any muscular fatigue or activation or just anything whatsoever in the muscles between your shoulder blades and a little bit below that. Now, those muscles are critical in order to build a balanced strength around your shoulders and back, but a lot of people have trouble engaging those muscles and even just connecting to them whatsoever. So if that sounds like you, here are a few different drills that you can do to try to get that. The basic idea is we need to find some exercise, some drill that you can do to start building that connection. So all we're really looking for is that you, in one of these drills, and just pick the one that works the best for you, that you find you can develop some level of like burning and muscular fatigue in the muscles in between your shoulder blades. You might feel it right in between, you might feel a little bit below. Either one of those is totally fine. Okay, so let's get started. So the first one that we're gonna try is you're gonna bring your hands up like this, and I'm going to have you think about pulling the elbows down to the floor as hard as possible. You're going to hold that position for maybe 5 seconds, just squeezing the whole time. And then you're going to maintain that downward tension, and you're going to pull the elbows back to almost like you're trying to touch them together behind your back. And you're going to hold that tension for about 5 seconds as hard as you can. Then you're going to shift your focus on pulling down a little bit more and see if you can take up just a little bit of slack and create a little bit more movement there. Squeeze for 5 seconds, and now see if you can take up a little slack and pull the elbows together a little bit more. You're going to continue in this fashion, just focusing on down, then back, then down, then back, squeezing as hard as possible. You're going to do that for about a minute or so, or until you start to feel a good amount of fatigue building up. The goal is to where you're almost feeling like those muscles in between your shoulder blades are going to cramp up. So if that drill works really well for a lot of people, if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, try this one instead. Excuse me. We're back. Okay. Second drill. Second drill, yes, okay. The second drill that you can try is pretty similar. What you're going to do is start with your hands out, turn them out and back, maintain that outward rotation, so hopefully you can see where my thumbs are moving. And then I'm going to just try to pull my arms back as far as possible. And I'm trying to just crank this as hard as I can, and then pull my arms down and together as hard as I possibly can. Almost imagining like I'm trying to pull my arms down to the floor as well as back. You're going to hold that as tight as you possibly can, and every 5 to 10 seconds, you're going to see if you can hold it a little bit tighter and just take up a little bit more slack and a little bit more slack and get in there tighter and tighter. Again, hold that for about 45 seconds to a minute and see how that feels. The last thing you can try, if none of those other ones worked, is you're basically going to be standing just normally. You're going to hike your shoulders up, roll them back and down, and hold that as tight as possible. It may help as well with this if you rotate the arms out here as you're holding that position. Hold that for like 10 seconds. And again, just try to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. You can reset a little bit if you have to. So just roll them up, back, and down, and squeeze as hard as possible. So all the drills are pretty similar. The basic idea is we're just trying to connect your brain to those muscles to establish a little bit of control, and so you can actually feel what they do and how they work and how to start to control them. Once you have that base level of control, now you're going to be able to go into a whole bunch of other exercises, different rowing variations or back flies or a whole bunch of different things, lat pull downs, and actually be able to engage them properly and gradually build up your strength and control and coordination there. That is going to be a key to building more balance in the shoulder, more overall upper body strength, and just a healthier, happier sort of shoulder and neck posture.